Well, it's interesting. I had dinner last night with my appraisal buddy,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as a guy from the bank that we know. He does everything from home equity lines of credit to mortgages to regular $5,000 line of credit to visa visa applications.
Mm-hmm.
He basically pushes paper and he sends everything downtown. He's pretty much a puppet, but he's a good guy to really pick his brain. And it's funny, he had mentioned something to me, and I don't want to worry too many people, but the heat locks, they're a big problem. Not when they're taken out and depleted or racked up or maxed out for the purposes of home improvements. Or you know what, you want to be stupid and buy a car, by all means.
Oh no! You know what's better? A fur coat.
Well, that's true. I didn't take you for a fur coat type of guy, but I've been wrong before.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, he had told me that there's been a number of situations where people have come in begging to make sure that certain things go through. And he explained, he said, the numbers don't lie, I have to send it down for approval. And we probably have to get an appraisal done on your house. And he says it's happened on more than one occasion, and it's increasingly happened where people are actually saying they really need to get it done because they not only have to pay their day-to-day bills to stay in their house, they actually don't have any money for food.
Yeah, they don't have money for food. Remember, Steve, if you own a home, food comes from heaven.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm being sarcastic, people. I'm being sarcastic. Because me and Mario were talking about this. You're looking at about $1,200 a month on average, and that $1,200 a month for food needs to come from somewhere, and they're not including it in the calculation of the TDS, in the TDS calculation. And the food per month is more than your home insurance, is more than your car insurance. So why aren't they adding food into your TDS?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Jeff O'Toole just actually said something to me, or said something in the comment section about daycare. Mike, do you know in Toronto proper what it costs for 2 kids to go to daycare?
$2,600 a month.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
$2,600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I know one person that's paying $3,100. But anyhow, there's more to that story.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Do you know what the average person makes a month in the city of Toronto?
Average, like across the board benchmark?
Yes.
$2,755. Net.
Okay, so let's just say that's an accurate number. How are people paying for everything? And then, child care, and then their mortgage.
That's the average person. $2,755. That's about $4,000 a month gross.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say it's 6,000. Let's just say it's $6,000.
Combined income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So bump it up to $6,000, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
How are people affording to live?
They still can't. Unless they do what that guy did. I don't know if you remember this. One of the trends in the housing market I did a few weeks ago, where the guy lives in Mexico, in Tijuana, but he drives every day to San Diego to work.
And another thing I wanted to just touch on, as I had dinner with those two guys the other night, the guy from the bank and the appraiser, they gave me some inside information on where the A-lenders are kind of sort of trying to place their bets on, not so much defaults, but the more secure aspect of things. So as soon as you have about 40% down payment or greater, you're put into a different tier. However, with that said, they're very, very, very concerned about these detached houses within the Toronto proper and the surrounding GTA area. the houses that are over $1 million that can no longer qualify for CMHC, and they have been, kind of cautious about this for quite some time, but they're looking at it as a situation where they're really significantly downgrading by way of appraisal on what the property is coming in at, and they're actually pricing in a further 15% price decline effective immediately today. So if they go out, so if my buddy goes out and does an appraisal, and he does it, he's basically mandated to go in very, very cautiously and use the 10-15 under rule, as they're calling it.
Well, you have to, because when you look at comparables, you're going to start seeing that it's not just the house he's appraising, but it's the guy across the street and the guy 2 blocks over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Because comparables is what drives the appraisal market, right? How long has it been on the market? And then how much are they asking for? How many reductions has it had? And you have to look at all of that when appraising. And when you're properly appraising a property, it's built off comparables. And if there's a house sitting on the market for 190 days and it's been reduced 3 times, he's going to have to use the 15 to 20% rule.
Absolutely. And now that certain things in the area are seeing significant price declines, it's all naturally gravitating towards a downward spiral in pricing. And as much as an appraisal is a good indication of where the property's at from the current market, the market, especially in these times, can turn on a dime. Mm-hmm. So in actual fact, lenders are resorting back to picking and choosing of who they truly are going to lend to in terms of what your credit score is, first and foremost, because that tells you a lot about the person.
Steve, that's how it's been for the last 7 years, and then they start turning the tables, stimulating things, lowering interest rates, and giving everybody money. Now everyone, it's the great Canadian blame game.
The credit cycle is tightening.
Well, they have no choice. But why did they loosen? Did you read the article I read yesterday in my emergency broadcast?
Yes, I did, yes.
England is actually turning the tables and actually loosening lending requirements to lend out more money to keep the Ponzi scheme going.